Guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, this is just something quick that I thought I just want to touch on quickly. This isn't that kind of channel, but I thought, okay, let me just mention it very briefly, because sometimes we feel like certain things are afoot. And me personally, I'm not necessarily a political commentator, and I don't want this channel to be that sort of thing. Although when certain things do happen, and we must either agree or disagree with politics, because that's what essentially rules the land, the politics. And so that's kind of important, because that's going to reflect in how we live every day. But what's happening to South Africa at the moment is very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, because I think that, especially the leaders, let me say that there's a lot of things happening in the country, and I feel like for a very long time people have already speculated and predicted that South Africa was in an economic decline. Like I said, I am not a political commentator nor an economical commentator, but this is just the things that I've been hearing buzzes about and have experienced myself. And all we need to do when it comes to economic decline, in order to evaluate it, is look at our electricity prices and our food prices. But anyway, so it's been in an economic decline, right? And I think it's reaching this pinnacle point, and the leaders are experiencing it as well. Because for a long time, I don't think that the leaders have really experienced what the actual citizens have experienced when it comes to that decline. But they are experiencing it now in a sense where they are being addressed. Whether people feel like it's harsh, whether people feel like it's too much, they are actually being called out and are being highlighted, and the corruption is being flushed out. And there are various characters that have played a part in this. But I do think that it's very revealing, and I think that it is about time. I'm not saying that it's about time that we experience all of these declines and high prices and all of that other things, or crime for that matter, because, oh my word. But anyway, I do think that it's about time that the leaders experience some true backlash and consequences for the actions and the circumstances that they have put us in. And look, I'm not the kind of person who feels like there's going to be this perfect, leader, this perfect president, or anything like that. A president is a human being as well, so they will falter as well. And these people are supposed to try their best not to be at fault and not make wrong decisions, because that's why they're in that position. But anyway, this sort of leadership that we've had for the past few years has really run a country amok from my perspective. And like I'm saying, I feel like there is this consequences that they are experiencing now. And unfortunately, we are experiencing with them, because we are in a country ruled by them. So we're experiencing that as well, but they are experiencing it. And I feel like there is something coming outside of this. And, I want to encourage everyone to continue praying. And I will say that there's a lot of people in South Africa that pray. There's a lot of Christians in South Africa. And your prayers are being heard. And things are being exposed, which is what a lot of people have been praying for. And so we want to thank God for that, firstly. But then secondly, also just encourage people to know that God is busy with something, and He's doing something that we do not know. Like I mentioned in the previous video, we do not understand. And we pray for the outcome, to, even though there might still be this period of time where there is drought, that we pray for there to be a true harvest, that through this drought we will see something different. And I can't tell you what that something different is. I do not know. But I'm just, basing it off whatever's happening right now. And just to encourage everyone to continue praying. Like, I know that times are hard and that there's a lot going on. And many people, there might just be many people that don't even know what I'm talking about. And that is wonderful, because then you're not necessarily experiencing that pressure. But for the majority of South Africa, I feel like they are experiencing these things. So anyway, I just want to encourage those people to continue praying, continue looking towards God and continue to pray to God for the country and pray for the healing of the country. Continue to pray for the muck to be extracted and for God to prevail in this country, because I do believe that God can make this country flourish. And so we pray for that. And so we pray for the outcome to be that. And so anyway, we don't know what God is doing. We don't know what's happening. But at least we can trust in God, and we know that we can rely on God and that we can call to Him and ask Him to continue to do a miracle in this country. So anyway, just continue trusting in God. Just continue doing that. Continue reading a word, and God will make a way, and God will come through for us. And He hears our prayers. Emphasis on hears our prayers and understands our pleads and our struggles. So anyway, I wanted to encourage you guys with that. I hope that this blessed you. I hope that this encouraged you. And I hope that you guys have a great day further. I hope that you guys have a great week further. And God bless.